You may not believe it, but I switched my sands on Wriothesley, and I looked at Akasha, and it randomly gave me a top 1% Wriothesley. I honestly couldn't believe it either. I was like, what? Why? I was top 4% in freeze before this. So, hey, top 1% Wriothesley showcase. Let's go. I'm using the exact team they have on Akasha here. Just search up Genshin Akasha. A lot of people were asking me last time about what website it was. It's just Genshin Akasha. I'm not going to provide the link just because, you know, YouTube don't like that. I'm going to be real. You know, in the comments, if I post links, it's also another thing. People have been posting links in the comments. That will get your channel banned. I know you do it. Most people do it just lightheartedly, not really thinking that anything of it. But it will get your channel banned, so don't post links in comments. Like, this isn't me being like, oh, don't, like, self-advertise. No, that will legitimately get your channel banned if you share YouTube links, any kind of links. That YouTube does not like links in comments because of bots, right? So, sadly, it's a, you know, you can't have links in comments because bots just ruined it, basically. Let's go ahead and let's, you know, see what this damage is like. I don't know whether it's going to be better to run this team or Xilonen instead of Fiorina, but in terms of my Wriothesley, let's go and see. I am very curious, because what we're sacrificing here is Resistance 1, which is absolute... Oh, I thought that was Bennett. Okay, well, I guess it doesn't matter, but, you know... Oh, this is going to be a long video. If you enjoy my pain and suffering, please subscribe. I do this on the daily basis. You can go check my channel. I literally have, like, 1,000+ videos of Genshin Impact, all, you know, Genshin Impact. You can go back, look at 2.0 update if you want, you know. I think that's generally where I started. All right, let's go ahead, grab this stuff. All right, Capybara, can you come over here real quick? All right, I guess he's not gonna come that way. So let's see what damage. 179. I mean, 120. I mean, honestly, 129 without Bennett isn't bad. I mean, like, that is fully, yeah, I'll take it, right? So 129 without Bennett. Now let's see what it looks like when we're not just full health. So we saw 179 and then 129. One thing that I really don't like is Bennett. The dude doesn't really give me a lot of confidence. I'm actually, like, if we get, I'm gonna be real, if Pyro Archon comes out and is an attack buffer, you know, getting rid of Xilonen, or not Xilonen, Xiangling. You know, I don't know why. Xinyun, Xilonen, Xinyan, and who did I not say? I don't know. But as soon as an X is in the beginning of a name, I just completely blank and assume they're all the same. I'm sorry. That might be namist of me, but it just happens. I'm sorry. So now we don't have full HP on a lot of these guys. So we're going to see what kind of damage we can get still. I'm not expecting, you know, I'm expecting lower numbers, basically. I don't really think that we're going to be seeing great numbers. Let's go ahead and let's pop all this stuff. Great. Thank you for going into the middle like an idiot. Yeah. Ooh, no crit. All right. Well, that sucks. My Wriothesley has like 90%. No. Some ain't adding up. Sir, I'm going to need you to give me your firstborn, please, or something like that. Some ain't adding up. They're just, So we got 190, as you could tell. Why, though? Why did we get 190 when we should have had more fanfare stacks without the stuff? We saw 179 last time, and then this time we see 190 out of nowhere. I don't get it. We shouldn't have had as many fanfare stacks. It's just as simple as that. It's interesting. It's interesting. Very, very interesting. I'm going to do a team variant of this where I get rid of Bennett and go for Xilonen. I'm telling you the X names. I'm sorry, guys. You know, I'm sorry, Xylophone, whoever is in the comments. You know, if you have an X name, I feel sorry for you. But, yeah. All right. So, okay, Capybara. Not that. I said Capybara. All right, 170. What? Okay, hold on. All right. When this happens, you have to retest that. All right. We very clearly are getting 179, you know, without that, and then just nothing. Yeah, so let's try this again. Let's start this off. We're very clearly melting. We're very clearly doing all this stuff. I don't know why I hit 190 without the damage. Like, that doesn't make sense to me. Like, what? We should be gaining fanfare stacks from literally everyone around here. So let's go ahead. Do this. 183. What? What's wrong? What have I done? Oh. Huh. So, all right. So, me talking about all these fanfare stacks and stuff. I I think what is happening is that because Bennett is able to tick on to Xiangling, right? And Xiangling, she's getting her health drained, but it's not that fast, right? So Fiorina, she drains your health over time. I assume what's happening here is Bennett is healing Xiangling to the point where it's healing more than Fiorina drains. Therefore, when we get to Wriothesley, we have more fanfare stacks because Bennett healing gave us more fanfare stacks immediately, whereas we didn't have to build up or anything for it. So yeah. Now let's go ahead. I'm going to recover energy, and then we're going to do Xilonen instead of Bennett, and I want to actually see how that team performs, because that could be a team we're sort of going to see maybe. Soon. Maybe. We'll have to see what the Pyro Archon really is about, but, you know, I'm excited. I am excited. Pyro Archon could make Wriothesley, you know, a really good character. Alright, listen, guys. We can cope. We can cope, please. So, main thing that we're going to have to do here is we're going to pop this, and then we're going to do this, and let's go ahead and grab the damage bonus for this. I want to just show something. Hydro. Oh, 57. What the heck? Eh? All right. Well, I guess that didn't happen. Whatever. What did I just see? I don't even know. What I'm seeing is that the Pyro aura matters so much that we're not even... Like, we're not even melting on the hits that we need to melt on. Like, that's what's happening. And then, I mean, you obviously have Xiangling there. So, less than functional, I think we can say. But, hey, the bottom line is, Wriothesley, man, he does damage on this team, right? He does damage. Still, not as much as the Bennett. Oh, yeah, we can do that team also. Let's add Bennett back. I'm going to need to revive him. But we can add Bennett back and get rid of Fiorina, which is actually going to prove to be a pretty big damage increase, right? Not just from that team, but we actually are going to hit pretty hard, because 190 being the highest that we hit before, yeah, that's not going to happen this time. Now, there is a case to be made that Fiorina did enough damage to make her make up for Wriothesley doing less damage, right? So when you go into this, now we didn't have success with the, you know, Hydro from Fiorina, weirdly. I don't know why, but we didn't. So when you do this, you can do an E skill here, right? And then you can see we have the cryo damage bonus. But then you can actually go ahead and do this. And then just you find a little bit here. Boom. And then we have pyro damage bonus, wherever that is. Pyro damage bonus, 52%. We can actually check on Xiangling. Okay, what the hell? All right, well, you see 250, 100,000 there, 130, yeah, 267. Yeah, pretty nice, right? Okay, so I'm going to show off some Xilonen tech. Let's go ahead and let's do some of this stuff. Boom, boom. All right. Boom. Okay. And then we have that. We have this. And then we'll have this and pop that. Boom. And pyro damage bonus, 57%. Why? I literally did this before. I'm actually questioning why is it like this. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. That was very confusing. Okay. Basically, I kept thinking, oh man, I'm messing this up. No, I'm not, but I kind of am. This artifact set, it gives you 12% when you do the reaction, and if the equipping character is in Night Soul Blessing state when triggering this effect, all nearby party members gain the additional 28%. So you can't give 40%. All right, that was weird. Why? I was able to give 40% to Pyro before. Maybe it's because I gave the thing. All right, well, but basically you can see here, yeah, we get the extra Pyro damage bonus. But, I mean, we technically still have the Geo damage and the Cryo damage bonus up still. It's weird. It's weird. Hold on. I want to try this again. So I want to try this. So I'm going to try this a different way, right? So we're going to do Cryo. Now, let's see if we can do this. All right, let's pop the Q for that. And then let's pop this and see where that takes us. Okay. Cryo damage bonus. So you can only get the 12%. Why do I feel... I went and tested this because we were talking about it in the comments. And I feel like I saw a different result where I had the Pyro get, you know, whatever. Okay, so you can't get a full 40%, weirdly. I feel like maybe I just did it in the reverse order like I just did there. It's interesting. It's interesting. I do think, so you can give 12% elemental damage bonus to the second type. All right, that kind of hurts Xilonen a pretty decent chunk. And you're still giving the, you know, 25% baseline, with her weapon, right? Also, yeah, this was C2 Xilonen, which is why there's such a big difference. I think Fiorina C0 Xilonen's Fiorina team is better. And if you want to run Emily, that's also a good option. I feel like the difference between C2 Xilonen, I feel like the difference between a C0 Xilonen plus Emily is it's literally like, what's the point of running C0 Xilonen on a Wriothesley team? I feel like, you know, when you run this team, it's like, oh yeah, you're getting good crit damage, you're getting all this stuff. Whereas with C0 Xilonen, you're getting a buff, but the buff isn't good enough to warrant getting rid of Emily. And also, I'm assuming Fiorina, right? Because Fiorina pretty good. I honestly. So I think overall, yeah, Wriothesley, he's still mid even at C1%. I don't see Wriothesley as some top dog with like a 1% setup, right? I just don't. I have C3 Wriothesley. I have, R1, right? It's just, I am Triple Crown. This guy is not a character who excels at basically anything, right? And I think it's probably because of his team comp, right? I mean, Xiangling, let's be real here. We don't want to have to run her every single time. Xiangling, her potential damage is a lot higher than what her actual damage will be for whatever, team you're running her on, right? Because you have to pump this character full of so much energy recharge. It is actually insane. Like, you need, an energy recharge weapon on her. You need, 230. I mean, that's a lot for a character who does not get energy recharge, right? I have Bennett on 273 with with an energy recharge Sands. Now, I could give an energy recharge Sands to my... She has an energy recharge Sands? Then why is her energy recharge so low? Oh, yeah, Bennett does give a little bit of scaling with energy recharge. Let me go check what that is. Bennett gets an extra 26% energy recharge from his, Ascension, which, brings this down to 250, which, that's still more than Xiangling, right? But Xiangling also has the 80 cost burst, and Bennett, sometimes in that, 270 range can still struggle for energy, and Xiangling costing her burst more, and then also still wanting other stats. It's a pretty, let's look at my crit rate and crit damage for my Bennett. You guys like that? You like the 17% crit rate, 0% crit damage? Yeah. When you have to build this character, her potential damage is really high if you don't have to get a lot of energy recharge on her. But once you have to do that, her damage goes way down, and it really isn't that good, right? We were hitting 20,000. Sure, that's okay, but by literally anybody's standards nowadays, it's just not good enough, especially with, a character who is also not really that great, right? He's not really that great. So when you're combining these two characters, also, that's 20,000 with a character who is buffing her with, a load of attack. I didn't look at her on the Fiorina team, but I imagine it was around 20,000 still, because she was vaporizing and doing all that stuff. But she's a character that you have to put so much into, and you don't really see that big return. I've never been like a Xiangling lover, right? I'm gonna be real. I was never really like a, wow, Xiangling, she's so good. Never really. But I feel like if we get Pyro Archon, we could see Xiangling, be replaced finally. And if that happens, then we can have, another buffer for Wriothesley, who definitely needs it. And hopefully wouldn't be a buffer to, Arlecchino and Ayaka. Or not Ayaka. Of all the names I could have just said there, Ayaka, of all the names. No, this guy. Nevi. Yeah, that guy. That's who I'm talking about here. So yeah, if she doesn't buff those characters, probably gonna buff Milani, let's be real. But we'll see. I don't know. Hopefully she gives some attack, because I think Kanich could be really good if she gives 500 attack or something, sort of like how Xilonen C2 gives, right? If she's able to give attack to characters, I think that'll be really good, really helpful for these characters. But other than that, I don't really see Wriothesley coming up, super strong, right? With, Ito, it was, wow, you can have Fiorina and, Pyro Archon, and then you have Xilonen, which I thought was going to be a lot bigger of a buff for him, honestly. Ito, I still don't feel like he's really that great for use, I'm be real. He's just not that guy, man. He just is not that guy. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video. Make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.